In 1915, the French figured out that wearing bright blue coats in war was getting them killed. So they hired a painter to get a unit of artists whose job was to make stuff invisible. They called them the camoufleurs, and that's where the word camo comes from. Last video, I wore a bright blue coat the whole time I camped.
Yep, that's me.
And I just felt out of place the entire night. I felt like anything in the woods was looking at me. So this video, I'm camping with things that are only camouflage. 3 challenges. 1, spend the night. 2, build a shelter so hidden that you guys can't find it. I'm gonna take a picture and post it on my Instagram and see if you guys can spot where my shelter is. My 3rd is I had Mexican street corn the other week and it was phenomenal. And I'm giving myself the challenge to have to recreate the Mexican street corn that I had with crushed up Takis on top. I've gotta cook the corn over the fire and eat it this video. And this is the only challenge I really care about. I bought all my camo stuff. Let's get to the woods. It's a lot of crap. I gotta start camping on a campsite. I finished pulling all my stuff here after a long and treacherous hike. This is the area I'm gonna camp in. Now, normally the first thing I do is set up my shelter, but then I actually eat food first. This time, instead of setting up my shelter and instead of eating food first, this is a camo video, so I'm gonna hide my equipment. This is my first item. This is camo netting. I, for some reason, thought it was gonna be much bigger than this, but basically it's just like, you'll see what it is. Got this for like 20 bucks off Amazon. Looks like I picked the wrong type of camo. This isn't gonna really fit into this landscape that well. I tried my best. That is by no means perfect, but it's a start. Anyways, now that I got my stuff kind of hidden, I wanted to get something to add to my wardrobe to kind of conceal my position, or to conceal me as a person. So this is my next item, and this is a camo hat. Let me show you. I forget how much this hat was. It was this much money. I kind of thought it was gonna be like a cool canvas hat. You know, I knew it was gonna be made in China, but this thing's like 100% polyester. So this is gonna kind of disappoint me, I think. Okay, wait, this is actually cooler than I thought. Okay, I actually kind of like this. Here, I'm gonna go hide, and then it's gonna cut, and you're gonna have to try to find me within like 3 seconds. On a real note though, this hat's pretty sweet. I thought it was gonna be super cheap, but it's kind of sick. This would be perfect if I was camping under the stars with no sleeping bag, because no one would be able to see me because it'd be dark out. And then if they turned a flashlight on, it would look cool just because I'm in camo. All right, anyways, before we do shelter, now we gotta do food. Now that I've got my wardrobe sort of put together, and I've got a lot more stuff that I've saved for my wardrobe, but it also kind of depends on the conditions. I guess there's only 2 conditions that I might bring out the other clothes, and that would be it's raining, or I need to like go full camo mode. And I'll show you what I mean by that later, because I'll still try it all on. But now it's time to get a snack. I don't know where I set all my stuff. I put all my stuff around here somewhere. And I don't know where I put it. I can't see it. Now for my food. The food situation was a little difficult because I looked through the entire grocery store. I found one thing that was camo, and it was a coffee energy drink. I love those coffee energy drinks. I used to have them somewhat frequently from Black Rifle. I'm on a caffeine tolerance break right now just because after my last Costco video where I got the 12 pack of, might have been 24 pack actually. So I kind of realized, okay, I shouldn't be going through 2 of these a day. So I'm on a tolerance break right now. So I'm bringing foods that I want to eat, and they have nothing to do with camouflage. First thing, so as you know, one of my challenges for this video is to be making some Mexican street corn. Had it earlier this week, it was amazing, but it was like the real stuff. Like it's not like canned corn, you know, it's the real deal. So my first thing is mayo. So I brought mayo, and then I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this cheese.
Cotija.
But it's a cheese that's Mexican and it's meant for this. I've got cookie dough. I wanna make cookies over the fire, but you can also just eat the cookie dough. And then I got a bag of chicken nuggets, so I'm gonna be set. This is only my refrigerated items. I've also got strawberries, ketchup, Takis. I'm gonna crush these up and put them on top of the corn, because that's what I had, was the ones with Takis on the top. And then I've got corn, 4 of them to be exact. I don't know if that's gonna be too much or not enough. I think too much, maybe. I've also got a gallon of water. So that's all the food that I brought. Chicken nuggets with ketchup, cookie dough, and some Mexican street corn. I need to start bringing more fruit, because after the Costco video when all I had was a bunch of Costco food court stuff, I had to get an exorcist done to get that all out of me the next day. So I'm gonna try to say I can't eat anything else until I've eaten a majority of these strawberries. That probably won't happen, but that's fine. Also, I gotta show you this camping chair. Believe it or not, I already had this camping chair. I got it for free one time when I placed an order online for like 1,000 cardboard boxes, and Uline, the company, gives you freebies, and I picked this camo chair. It's got a cup holder and a little cooler pocket, so did not have to spend any money for this chair. It's getting really cold all of a sudden. The sun just went down. So to get some shelter from the wind and to just set up our bed for the night, I think it's time that we set up our tent. So let's set up our shelter for the night. Here's sort of the area I'm working with. As you know, one of my challenges is to put up my shelter and then post it on Instagram and see if I can hide it from you guys so you don't know where it is. So I gotta think of the layout, where I wanna set this up strategically. I gotta find a flat ground for me to lay on, and then two, a spot that I probably shouldn't just do in the middle. You know, I gotta use some cover to hide it from you guys. Thankfully, I don't have a huge shelter. It's one that I think I could maybe, I don't think I'll be able to pull it off, but we'll see. It's a smaller shelter, but it's still a noticeable size, and I'm hoping I got the camo pattern right to match this sort of look. Now it's time for me to show you my shelter. This is my tent. This is a tent I got on Amazon for like 120 bucks. It's a single person camo tent. So far it looks pretty camouflaged. I'm just realizing I didn't even eat that much food. Normally I eat a lot more food before I start. I gotta replenish my glycogen. Huh. I guess all I have to eat is those strawberries. Let me see if I can eat like 15 of them real quick. Just trying to prepare my gut for what's to come, and that's gonna be a whole bag of chicken nuggets and a bunch of cookies. That is an acceptable dent. I'm allowed to eat whatever I want now. But I'm not gonna. Let's just set up our tent. It'd be more cozy to eat inside. Let's pray that this fits back in the bag it came in. Okay. Instructions. These are our poles, all of our stakes. Looks like our rain fly, and our tent. Seems like a pretty nice tent, I'm not gonna lie. Except no instructions, well, at least I can't find them. This looks pretty easy, let's set it up. This is the sleeping pad I brought. It's not camouflage, but that doesn't really matter. You're not gonna see it. The shelter, point being the shelter will be camouflage. No one's gonna see the sleeping pad, and I don't wanna sleep on the ground. Sleeping pad has been put in. Now we got my non-negotiable pillow. I bring this every video. It kind of looks like camo. Not really, no one's gonna see it. And that's my sleeping bag, also not camo. Now let me see how my bed feels, and then let's get it covered up with the camo. So, our zipper, oh, you roll it up. Kind of a cool tent, just for like a random Amazon one. It's kind of lightweight too. All right, let's pray to God the air mattress doesn't pop. I'm just gonna lay on top of it and not get inside. I wish I could sleep with it open, but I'm too scared. That'd be so nice though, just the breeze coming through. I wish it was light out when it was nighttime. It would make it way less scary, just waking up. I gotta move to Alaska. This is a cool tent. I'm actually, I just bought a random camo tent. And this one's pretty sweet. Well, even if for some reason, which we won't, we will definitely sleep with the cover on. Even if we didn't, let's at least put it on now so we can camouflage it. Okay, I know I'm not the best camper from time to time, and I know this might not be as camouflage as I thought it was gonna be, but I have gotten a god at taut line hitches. Let me show you my setup. So we've got, just the normal stuff. The rain flag's a little funky back here, but I taut lined that sucker. Then look at this. Yeah. Taut line, thank you very much. To give some ventilation inside here. It hasn't gotten dark yet, but so far I'm pretty proud of myself. This is the first time that I didn't have to search up a YouTube tutorial on how to tie a taut line. My hands just started doing it, and I was like, what's going on? But my brain was like, just shut up and trust the process. So let's see how camouflage it is from a distance. We're gonna leave the flap up. We'll just try to take an angle on it. But what if spiders get in there? Let's at least close the bug net. Okay, that's a lot more obvious than I thought it was gonna be. I don't know why, for some reason I was like somewhat convinced it might be a little hard to see from over here. It's not really camouflage at all. I might fail that challenge, but I didn't give myself a punishment this video, so if I fail a challenge, I really get nothing out of it, or I don't lose anything besides my dignity. Well, whatever. It's gonna be a cool sleeping experience. I've camped in hammocks the last like 3 times, so I am beyond relieved to finally get to camp on the ground. I also wonder if it's more comfortable. I'm sort of under the impression that sleeping on the ground is more comfortable than a hammock, but I think tonight we'll decide that in the morning. It's a cool little tent. I like it. Now that we've got our shelter set up, well, actually I'm kind of realizing I didn't buy that much stuff. I mean, I did. Tent, chair, costume, clothing, hat, more clothing, more clothing, more clothing, netting. I guess I didn't buy that much. I kind of feel like this is just a weekend that I'm just camping to camp, not camping to camouflage. This is just kind of like a camping weekend, which is nice. A nice break from survival. Anyways, let me show you how I'm gonna start my fire. Well, honestly, it does look, I do look relatively like, normally when I'm looking at the camera, I'm like, I can see myself clearly, but I feel like the only thing that's making me see myself on camera is my face. I won't be able to look at the camera if I look down, but look how like hidden I am. Wait, look away from the screen real quick, and then look back. I know you knew I was still here. I just thought it would like real quick see how camo I am. This is how I'm gonna have my fire. It is camouflage, it's just in a white box. But I don't really want to show you right now. I just want to eat some cookie dough. This might not look delicious. But it is. I might start bringing firewood from now on for a couple reasons. Some out of my control, and then some saves me some time from foraging in the woods. Gives me more time to eat cookie dough. But that being said, I should have a fire soon because I kind of want to eat chicken nuggets when it's still light out. So I can, I don't know, just because. But yeah, you know what? Now that I'm really starting to think about it, this really isn't too much of a challenge. This is just me camping, and the only difference is that if someone looks at my campsite really quickly and me really quickly, they might think I'm the ground. That's about it. So apart from having to haul all this crap out in the middle of nowhere, I'm gonna enjoy my night. This is gonna be a night I talk about for generations.
A few moments later.
It's funny because I don't really know what intermission is or what it means. I took a quick break just because I was looking across the horizon and I saw something. Well, land. I saw a spot of land and I was like, I gotta go over there. I didn't record any of it. Sorry, I just left the camera here. I don't really have any proof apart from the mud on my shoes. Just take my word for it, I guess. But now I think it's time that I show you how I'm going to light my campfire. This is the fashion lighter. What else has it got in here? Looks like a charging cable and a lanyard. I imagine the lanyard's in case it falls, you drop it. Because it's camo, there would be no way of finding it again. So I appreciate them for that. Now I actually haven't used a lighter like this before. Before I just go in and figure out what it is. Okay, it only has 2 functions. I saw this little card and I thought there was like 20 things it could do. It does not do 20 things, but it does what I need it to do. It's an electric lighter. Let's see if I can show you. Can you even see that? Huh? I don't even know if you can see that. It's right here. It's like, oh well, I'll have to show you it later. It's kind of cool that it's electric though. I've never had one of these. So yeah, I hate to break it to you, but that was the last item. Besides my wardrobe, I haven't really shown off my entire wardrobe. I should do that before it gets dark because it is 7:05 and it's gonna get dark here in about 2 hours. Also the temperature, it's a beautiful day out today. It is 60 degrees right now. Low is supposed to be 31 though, which is just below freezing. But it looks like the coldest it's gonna get tonight is 36 and then the high is 62. Any rain tomorrow, please no. No rain in the morning, how beautiful. So it's starting to feel like summer weather. The only downside of that is bugs are starting to come out, which sucks. But this is so nice out, you know? Okay, let me try to think of the event I want to do. Oh, I just remembered. So one of the items that I want to make for dinner is the Mexican street corn. I was having to do some research because I was like, how am I gonna boil it? I mean, I could boil it over the fire, but there would just be some complications with that because then that's a lot of water and a long time to boil. So I'll have to confirm the exact recipe directions, but you can supposedly just soak them in water, put them back in the husk, and then put them over the fire, and like the water inside the husk will like do the same thing that boiling them would, and then it gets like that grilled smoky flavor. So I think the biggest mistake I'm gonna make tonight is making an absolute mess around my camp area, but I've actually took that somewhat into account, and my fire will be 30 feet away from where I'm camping. So Let's hope a raccoon or a possum doesn't want to venture far enough to my site. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. Right now I'm gonna start a fire because I need to get down to coals so I can actually cook my food. So let's get a small fire started so it can start to creating our abundance of coals. And then second thing is gonna take a picture to try to see if you guys can spot my tent. You know, I'm trying to think, maybe I should just take a picture of the woods and my tent's not even in the picture because you're gonna so see the tent. I'll decide that later. I think that's what I'm gonna do though. The next thing, third thing I gotta do is show you my wardrobe just so you can get the full picture of what I could be wearing given any scenario tonight. But yeah, let's get our fire started. This is my camouflage fire brick I'm gonna be using. You know, I was thinking the other day, like what's my, like, you know, I was doing some psychological research. Like, why am I afraid at night? Why can't I camp? And I was just trying to think, what is my end goal? And it's to be able to just run around in the woods in the dark at night by myself, like in the middle of the woods. That's my end goal. So maybe tonight we start by just running around my campsite or something. I don't know. Also, look what I brought. This is from the Temu vs Amazon video I did with Tebow. This is what I'm gonna put my water on top of to, or no, this is what I'm grilling my chicken nuggets, my cookies, my corn on top of, so yeah. Let's see if this works.
Quiero fuego.
Okay, so this is what, again, you can see it now, right? All right, fire brick. Huh? Oh, that's kind of sick. I have two different attires. Well, I guess three, including this one I'm currently wearing. One of them's in case it rains. I'll show you that one later. It's kind of more boring. And the other one is in case I need to really hide, like if my life depends on it, or if I'm ready to light up some 12-year-olds and some airsoft. I think someone just saw me. And I don't know, like, how do I explain that? Yeah, so this is the other costume. I've been using this to go on walks lately, just because tick season. And then instead of ticks thinking I'm like a host, they think I'm just like a home. Like they just think I'm grass. No, but I bought this when I was like 12, which was just last year actually. I don't know why I bought it, just cause like a ghillie suit is something that like you really can never justify buying one of these unless like you're the top 0.0001%. And I just wanted one when I was a kid. And if you don't think it'd be cool to have one, you're lying. You haven't really thought about it. It's a pain to get on. So once I take it off, I promise you I'm not putting it back on. Maybe I'll just take a couple pictures or something and then call it good. I was pretty camouflaged. Go rewind the video, see if you saw me for a second. You probably didn't. And if you did, it's because the frame just switched. You could just see it, but yeah. Well, now I need to figure out how long do I soak my corn for? I'm supposed to soak the corn for 30 minutes to an hour. I wish I did that before I started a fire and put on my ghillie suit and all that stuff. So let me go do that now. The pot that I brought, my corn. Okay, first up, water. Well, there goes my drinking water. Now I'm gonna pull the husk back and pull all the silk off of these, and then I'm gonna husk back over it. First one looks okay. Not really that good though. Then we soak it. I don't think I can do all of them. I don't think I can fit them all. Maybe. Ew. This one's been bad. It was like cut to the center. Well, that's okay. We fit them all anyways. Now we let them soak for 30 minutes to an hour. Let's just start destroying the chicken nuggets while we wait. Also, this is the camo rain one. I put on a quarter zip, my Outdoor Boys cosplay, and then I didn't have any camo on, so I was like, I gotta put some sort of camo on, and just because the sun went down, so now I can stay a little bit more warm, but I totally blend in. I think my fire might be going out soon. I gotta put some more sticks on there so it can get hot enough. Let me get some more sticks, and then the chicken nuggets are gonna be laying on top. Also, I'm realizing that there's no way I can take a picture of my shelter and have you guys not see it in the picture. So I'm just gonna go take a picture of the woods and then just have you guys look endlessly to not find anything. So I'll take a picture of my shelter and then the woods, and I'll see if it would make sense, how obvious it is to see my shelter. I'm just gonna post that. Act like I think I saw it. I'm just gonna post it. Okay, it's posted. I'm just gonna see if you can find my shelter. Camo challenge. You guys are gonna find it. I'll have to upgrade my camo next time. That's okay. Let's just eat these chicken nuggets. I'm taking these pants off, bro. When I'm next to the fire, it's like a sweatsuit. My plate and my ketchup. Ooh, just how I like them. 2 more, then we're gonna throw in a log, some more nuggets. Once those nuggets are pulled off, corn will be ready. I definitely burnt them. Yeah, I'm gonna be picking through these. Okay, I think that's far enough away from the fire where I can start putting the cobs on there. While those cook, or steam, or whatever they gotta do, let's eat these coal nuggets. To mask the carbon taste. Let's try a fully burnt one just to see if they're salvageable at all. No. Not salvageable. Well, these have been on here forever, so it's time for me to unhusk them and lay them on the grate for another 6-7 minutes, and then I'm good to eat them. All right, here's our corn. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it all off the cob into my bowl. Holy corn. Now, we need our mayo and our cheese. All right, let's do the mayo first. Probably a good amount. That looks pretty good. Now our cheese. That's good. Now our Takis. Let's go. The last thing. Our lime. This is taking forever to make this. Is it gonna be good? That's so good. That was fire. Too much though. Like, I'm tapped out. If I didn't tap out right now, I'd throw up. I'm gonna go sit by the fire now and eat 2 more things of cookie dough, drink some water. Then I gotta fit all my crap in the garbage bag into a cooler, and I'm just gonna throw it up in the tree. Originally I was gonna hike all the way back through the woods to go get rid of my trash. That's not happening. So I'm just gonna go chill by the fire, eat 2 more things of cookie dough, maybe 1 more, and then squish all my stuff down like Wall-E, like, and then throw it up in a tree. I'm so ready to pass out. So the nice thing is that I'm completely camouflaged to anyone around me. There's no one around me. But if anyone were to come around me, I'd be camouflaged. So that's nice, meaning I'll get some peace and quiet sleep. This sleeping pad has less air in it than it did when I inflated it, which is odd. I just hope I don't wake up on the ground. I just hope I wake up, you know? Okay, well, I'm gonna just sit here and maybe just like think myself to sleep. All right, see you in the morning. Da-na-na-na. Cue the morning music. I actually play some like sick time lapse. It wasn't supposed to rain last night, but it did. I left my camping chair out. I also left my pot of water out, but that was just to put the fire out. On the bright side of things, well, I didn't sleep too great this time. I'm not the deepest sleeper, and just the rain, the sounds of the rain on and off. It was, there was lightning last night, which freaked me out a little bit. It was like 3:30 and I was like searching, how bad is it that I'm on top of a hill in the opening in a tent with metal poles? I know this wasn't the craziest challenge I could have done. Like a lot of my videos, the stores are what makes the challenge. Camo, I don't think camo was probably the best one to do, but I enjoyed my time. The camo challenge has been complete. I'm gonna go home though and sleep for another hour or two because I did not get much sleep last night. That's okay, that's pretty normal for camping. All right, let's pack up. Ultimately, this video is not gonna do as well as some of the other ones. It's just not as interesting, but I'm really happy with myself, you know? So take what you want with that. That might be the best I've ever packed up a tent, so progress in all types of ways today. Also, this hat, I was pleasantly surprised by this hat because when I saw it in the package, I thought it was this cheap one, and I'm gonna have to bring this along a little bit because I really like this hat. I know those chicken nuggets were not really culinary, but I was kind of chefing it up last night with those Mexican street corn things. That was a huge success, and I think if I cut out all of the parts of me like I think I do this, you would think I had done that before. It was really good. I just was kind of full at that point and it got pretty late. I really got to start fire earlier and earlier to prevent stuff like that from happening. But it was good. Also, I totally forgot to post that picture on Instagram. Let's recap my challenges. Challenge 1 is complete. I spent the night. Challenge 2, that picture wasn't gonna fool anybody. This is what that picture looked like. I just tried to get the tent out of the frame as much as possible. I think, okay, how about this picture? I was pretty camouflaged here. Overall though, my shelter was about as camo as it can be. Maybe not as can be. My third challenge, making that Mexican street corn with Takis. It was phenomenal. It was so good. I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I brought that little grate thing to cook my food with because I made some good food last night. Well, chicken nuggets. I didn't even bake the cookies, I just ate the cookie dough, but that's okay because that street corn was my third challenge and it's completed. Now, the most bittersweet part, going home.